Alright, so now that we are familiar with the engaged message, we will now look at the busy message. Now, in the case of busy, what I want to do is increase this limit, concurrent chat limit from 1 to 2. You can see that it automatically updates itself. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a conversation from Chrome browser. And let's start a conversation. And I accept this chat and I start interacting with the visitor. So this we are able to do, and you can see that even after I started talking to that visitor, I still have the status set as available. That's because the concurrent chat limit now is 2. Now if I were to open it in the other browser, Firefox, you can still see that I'm able to start a conversation, right? And this is automatically an indication that it's not, we have not reached the max limit. So now I'm going to say I need help, and you can see that it says please wait while we connect you to our support person, and you have this timer, like basically time the clock ticking down. Now if I were to go here, and here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to wait for this to time out. And you can see that it's got a few more seconds to go, and yeah, it got to this 10, which is sort of like a urgency kind of sound is what you're hearing now, and we are almost there. So I missed the call, and you can see that here it says sorry we missed you, leave a message and we will get back to you shortly. So what's happened here is that this is the response that you get because it's actually a busy message, right? It's not the same as the engaged message that you got. So you can see it says sorry we missed you, leave a message and get back to you shortly. Now if I were to continue with the conversation and I say okay, I will be back later, and I send that information, then it's going to say thank you for contacting us, we'll get back to you shortly. And yeah, I think that there's still the same issue with the bug that we are talking about, but the main point is that in the second instance I was actually able to have a conversation. It wasn't saying that we were offline. If you remember in the case of the first one where we had set the concurrent chat limit to 1 and we ran into this engaged message setting, it was basically saying that the chat window goes offline, and that's the message that we saw when we opened the chat widget in the Firefox browser. It said that we are offline, but here you can see that it says missed chat. In fact, you can see that this is the offline message. The heading here itself tells you that these two are very different kinds of responses that we got as we tried to interact with the live chat. And also the other thing that you want to notice is that, see, the operator is still available. They still have one more slot left in spite of having this conversation going on in the Chrome browser. So this is still active, and by refusing to take the call from the Firefox, they have triggered this response, which actually is based on what you set here in the busy message responses.